Victim of circumstances. Refugees are not lazy people. Refugees did not only escape a place, they had to escape 1,000 memories. Refugees are not criminals. Refugees are not terrorists. Refugees are often first victims of terrorism, war, conflicts, and bad politics. Refugees are people who fled their home countries to seek asylum and protection in host countries. Refugees used to have a place to call home and having a successful lives. Refugees used to have stability and properties. They used to be self-sufficient. Then the worst happened. An unprecedented event occurred and they fled their motherland. All refugees have experienced harmful challenges and changes, violation and deprivation of rights, incarceration, detention, degradation, and humiliation, intimidation, untold tortures and tribulation, severe harassment, and persecution.
Refugees need support to overcome trauma and depression. Refugees need access to services to recreate their lives. Refugees need proper documentation for identification. Refugees need access to health care and education. Refugees need security and protection for self-actualization. Refugees are innocent people. Refugees are legitimate people who have tasted human suffering. Refugees are courageous and great people. Refugees are a proof of resiliency and hope for a better future. Refugees are people with the same hopes and ambitions like you and I, except that a twist of fate has bound their lives to a global refugee crisis on an unprecedented scale. Poverty and vulnerability, misery and despair are a human texture, temporary by nature, to be overcome by a kind gesture.
Refugees need support and empowerment. Refugees need durable solutions. Refugees need local integration. Refugees need holistic attention. Refugees are human beings like you and I with different circumstances. Being a refugee is a temporary status, not a human character, nor a permanent condition. At one time in their lives, some of the great figures known to us, such as former Prime Minister of Kenya Raila Odinga, the late former President of Burundi, Pierre Nkurunziza and Melchior Ndadaye, the late President Laurent Desire Kabila of DRC, President Yoweri Museveni, President Paul Kagame, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, the nuclear scientist, Vladimir Lenin of Russia, Napoleon Bonaparte of France, and above all, Jesus Christ, who was a refugee in Egypt, and all of them once in their lives were refugees. Yes, refugees are just victims of circumstances. Let us support refugees to find a new home away from home. Let us take a chance, a minute to say, I respect and stand with refugees. Closing quote. No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. Thank you. God bless you all.